Good morning, first graders. Today we're going to talk about another way to solve double-digit addition problems. Um, it's called the expanded version or expanded notation. This is one of many ways that you can learn how to solve problems. And I want you to remember that just like in class, if one way makes better sense to you than another way, then that is the way that works best for your brain, and that's the way that you should solve problems. But you should definitely try this method of solving problems. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll show you how to do it, and then um, after that, we're going to walk through some problems together. So what you're going to need is you're going to need to pause the video and go grab yourself paper and pencil, or if you have a whiteboard at home, go ahead and grab that. All right. So here's how how you solve an expanded notation method of problem solving. So I'm going to write the problem here vertically. I'm going to make sure that I line up my problem. So the ones are lined up and the tens, we just have to make sure that no matter what method we use, that we're lining those up properly. So we're adding it together properly. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to expand these numbers out, just like we do when we have the secret code cards, which I don't have at home. But remember, I would hold the secret code cards together to show you the whole number, and then we would separate it out and talk about the tens and the ones. So it's the same thing with this number 26. If I hold it together, I see 26. If I expand it out, I would have a 20 and a 6, which would make 26. So I'm going to go ahead and right next to it, I'm going to expand it out. 20 and 6 is 26 when I put it back together. Then I'm going to do the same thing for 33. 33 is, that's right, 30 and 3. Then I'm just going to do straight down addition and add this together. So I'm going to add the ones place. 6 plus 3 is 9. And then I'm going to add the tens place. So 20 and 30. So if I put 30 in my head and 20 sideways on my fingers, 30, 40, 50. And then all I have to do is take this expanded notation and collapse it back together. So 50 and 9 is 59. And that's my answer. All right, well, let's try one together. So let's add together 41 plus 57. So go ahead and write that on your paper, on your board. Pause if you need to. All right, so now we're going to expand the first number out. So 41 is, say it with me, 41 is 40 and 1. So go ahead and write this here. And you see how I separate these? Because if I put them close together, it would look like 401. So I want to make sure I'm separating out the tens and the ones. And now let's expand 57. So 57 is, let's say it together, 57 is 50 and 7. So I'm going to put the 50 with the tens, keep those together, and 7 with the ones. Draw my line, and now I'm just going to do straight down addition. 1 and 7, 7 and 1 more is 8, yep. And 40 and 50. Remember back when we talked about how 40 and 50 is really similar to 4 and 5? It's just got an extra place value with a 0 there. So I know 4 plus 5 is 9. So 40 plus 50 is 90. And now let's collapse it back together. Good. So the answer is 98. Good. All right, let's do another one together. I think I did that kind of fast. I'm going to slow down a little bit. And I want you to remember, if you need to pause the video to do the writing part of it, go ahead and do that. Let's add 62 plus 16, right? Line up. Go ahead and write that down. All right, let's expand out 62. 62 is, let's say it together. 62 is 60 and 2. So go ahead and write that. Give yourself some space, but write 60 and 2. Good job. 16 is, let's say it together. 16 is 10 and 6. Go ahead and write that down. The 10s in a row together and the 1s in a row together. Good job. Now let's add straight down. You go ahead and add 2 plus 6. See what you get. So 2 plus 6, 6, 7, 8. Now add 60 plus 10. It's as easy as counting on the number line. I know you've been practicing that with Mrs. Gross's videos, and we also practiced in class, right? So 60 and 10 is, go ahead and write your answer down. Yeah, it's 70. Now we're going to take 70 and 8, and we're going to collapse it back together. 70 and 8 is, write your answer down. Yep, you should have gotten 78. Good job. Let's do another one. And this time I'm going to do expanded notation up here, but then I'm also going to show you in the other ways that we've been talking about, just as a review. So let's add together 56 plus 36. Go ahead and write it down. All right, let's expand out 56. 56 is, say it with me, 56 is 50 and 6. Go ahead and write those numbers here. Great. Now let's do 36. 36 is, let's say it together. 36 is 30 and 6. Good. This is going to be a little bit different because of the numbers we have in the ones place. So let's add this first. We know the doubles additions, right? 6 plus 6 is? 6 plus 6 is 12. But can we have 2 digits in the ones place? We can't. So we're going to take this 1, which is not really a 1, it's a 10, and we're just going to move it up here. So now we just have the 2, the extra 2 in the ones place, and our 10 from 12 went up to the tens place. And now we need to add together 10 plus 50 plus 30. So go ahead and do that. All right, so I know 50 and 10 more is 60, and then 60 and 3 more tens, 70, 80, 90. Now we have 90 and 2. We're going to collapse that back together to make, write your answer right here. Yep, 92. Good job. Just as a reminder, let me show you a couple of other ways that we've done this exact same equation. So 56 plus 36. If I want to do our quick draw, I would draw 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 36 is 10, 20, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you see what I see? Yeah, we have a group of 10 here. So now let's count it together. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, pause. Now let's add on the ones, 91, 92. That's another way to solve that exact same problem. We've also done new groups above. So 56 plus 36. We know 6 plus 6 is that devil's equation. It's 12. So if it's 12, I'm going to take the ones and put it here. And then I'm going to take this extra 10 and put it above. So 5 tens plus 1 10 is 6 tens. Plus 3 more tens is 9 tens. And I get the answer 92. And the last way we've talked about is show all totals. This is my favorite. Where I'm adding 50 and 30. So 50 and 30 is 80. And 6 plus 6 is 12. Then we're going to add those together. 0 plus 2 is 2. And 8 plus 1 is 9. And we get 92. All right. So first graders, that's the last way. This expanded notation is the last method that I'm going to teach you this year. I want you to remember that when you go and you print out the materials or you show them on a computer and write them on paper, that you get to use whatever method works best for your brain to solve these problems. So you'll see it, the materials for this lesson, and I will see you tomorrow.